right. How is everybody doing today? Welcome to another Four Nerds show here on Thursdays at 7:30 Eastern, like it is now. I'd like to welcome our guest, Mr. Wes Ashley, to the round table here. And just as I do that, he's like, "I'm out of here.
F this stuff, I'm out."
I didn't sign up for this."
He's like, "I'm out."
He's like, "You ain't." Well, I think he's having some connection issues. I'll put him backstage for now. We'll just kind of jump on real quick and check on the comments and make sure everything's cool with him.
I'm doing great, by the way.
Good, because I was asking Dodd and Anthony actually. So, how are you guys doing?
Hanging in there, man. Hanging in there. It's good, man.
Let's see. He's still frozen in land. Let's see. Bat Dan, how are you? It says that you cannot find Man of Steel on HBO Max.
You're just not looking in the right place.
Yeah. Where are you looking?
Y'all are dumb. I was watching Man of Steel before the show. Y'all don't know how to type.
He's looking on Netflix.
Let's see. In honor of it's a question. We'll jump back to that later on. Let's see. W Mir, how you doing? You guys are gonna like. I've streamed with him before. So was
he is a fantastic dude, and it's exciting to have him on the show. I mean,
we're gonna get into some. We're gonna get into some stuff. We're gonna go deep. As Steve Kassan has already said, yeah, man. How's it going? Welcome.
What's up, Sickness?
Let's do this. Can you say that word, Dawson?
Screw you.
All right. Let's go.
I picture Dawson. I picture Dawson having a swear jar on the kitchen table. I really do.
Yeah.
Like, you say anything you're not supposed to. You got to stick money in there too.
Wrong shoe?
Yeah, wrong shoe. With this weird.
He's wearing two left shoes.
Yeah, two left shoes.
At
he probably doesn't. He's at work, so he's
like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Wearing multiple hats and also multiple shoes. Yeah, smash that like button, guys. Let everybody know that we are on. I did my best to sort of shoot a tweet out there, but if you know of anyone that isn't aware of the show, we've got a special guest whenever he is available to come back on. We're ready for him. We're ready for him. Here's Dodd and Anthony. All right, great. Bison Go Deep merch.
You're just salty because I proved you wrong in Bloodfather.
Best take, Ryan.
The Bloodfather feud between Dawson and Ryan. That's been going on for days, for like the last few days. Ever since Dawson actually sat down and watched that movie, he's like, I'm tired of this. I need to watch this movie and see.
Well, I'm actually glad that Dawson actually did watch it, because there's just gonna be a lot of people that don't watch it and find out for themselves and make their own determination. I don't respect that. I respect Dawson for actually sitting down and watching the movie.
Wait,
so
what just happened? Did Ryan just say you respected me?
No. So welcome back, Mr. Wes Ashley, to the show.
There he is! Oh my God!
And we'll add another guy to the
Zack Crack in full effect. That's what it is.
What's going on, y'all?
I'm just trying to decide. If I want to order the hoodie or if I just want to order one of the shirts. That's because it's going to start getting cold outside. So I'm wearing my executive producer associate producer clout chasing t-shirt today in honor of Go Deep. Yes.
Damn right. Yo, either one you get, a shirt or a hoodie, you'd be all good, man.
Yeah, hey, I'm going to get a shirt for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. Because you know me, man. I love that Zack Crack. I really do. Zack Crack.
We can tell, Todd. We can definitely tell. It's starting to show effects.
It is his choice.
Honestly, have you seen Chris Wong's videos lately?
I have, yes.
I mean, do you see how overly hyped and energetic he is in every single video he does now?
It's that
He's
good.
like totally changed. He's totally changed his demeanor from how he used to do his show to how he does it now. Now it's all punched up to like 12. That's what Zack Crack is. That's how it affects
a hell of a drug, bro.
That's how it affects you. You become the energy is just off the chain. You're
it either makes you super energetic and hyped up and super energized, or it makes you a really pissed off person who hates everything for no reason whatsoever. That's what Zack Crack does.
Both. There
you go. It's both. There you go. It's both. And we know what situation you're referring to, Dawson, because that dude is definitely on some Zack Crack. You know, me and Pilly talk about that all the time. That dude is on Zack Crack to the max. It's ridiculous.
Hell yeah. Y'all give me a good minute to plug though, because you know how Zack Crack is a hell of a drug, but you also sometimes you want to say no to drugs, and we got to say no to Zack Crack coming out. So be on the lookout for that shit.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, that's gonna be fantastic. I want to air that. I want to air that advertisement on every show. Say no to Zack Crack.
It's good for a few hits, but if you OD on it, it's noticeable, you know?
Yeah, it's it's noticeable in the pure and utter disrespect that you give people who don't share your love for Zack Crack.
Right.
Is insurmountable.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
What's up? I see y'all are live, huh? You got some comments down there in the comment section.
We got some people in the chat.
We got some good people here. A couple of them left for a minute, but they'll be back. Somebody else is streaming while we're streaming, which is cardinal sin. Billy, could you do us all a favor and tell us what your inspiration was for your Go Deep podcast? What made you decide to want to do that? What led you to the rabbit hole?
It's so epic and so perfect. I want to know, what was the seed that made that happen?
All right, so this is gonna be weird, but all right, check this out. I was with another company. We started a podcast company. Me and my brother started it, and it was called Do Work Radio. So we started it, and it started to. We're in Charleston, so now Charleston, South Carolina, is kind of blowing up and is being on the map and blah blah blah. So a lot of newspaper people started, coming down, but people wanted to get in the business to be just like a regular radio host instead of really going deep, So they were trying to keep us kind of shallow, kind of like PG-13. Like they didn't want us to curse and, all kind of shit. So my job or my thought process was Go Deep was going to be the exact opposite of that. It's going to be like no PC, no, you can say whatever you want. You can talk about whatever you want. And if some deep subject, please come on the show. So Go Deep actually stands for God experiences everyone's perspective. So it's basically like everyone can talk and just say whatever the fuck they want to say. And I think I got a way to have a conversation with anything you want to talk about. So I just tried to rebel. It was like a rebelling podcast. And as that happened, it kind of grew because I found there was a lot of people on the internet trying to rebel too,
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. It just happened. So then we got into the movement. I did some Zack Snyder podcasts before I got into the movement, and my kids did some Zack Snyder podcasts. But then one day Fiona found one of my kids' videos and they put them in Vero. Zack Snyder liked it, and it was kind of like, oh shit, well, I'll just help out this movement. I like Zack Snyder regardless, but I didn't know this was until around 2017. I didn't know this movement was that big online. I missed the BVS wars. I didn't really know who was who. I didn't know the sides of what was going on. So I just jumped in head first, and I was like, hey guys, I can help you out with this podcast. I can put you guys on the show, or you know, and it just blossomed. It just idea after idea just kept getting bigger and bigger until we're here, you know.
What I love so much about Go Deep is it's like you have a way of bringing it out of people, like in a way that is, and in a way that's completely positive, because you don't go at anybody like when they come on your show, you don't go at them where you're attacking them or anything like that. You'll ask them the questions, and they'll just open up to you. It's like sitting in a psychiatrist's office. Like they'll open up to you and they'll just like
moderator, man.
It's like I'm like, I sit there and I think to myself, my God, I went on Go Deep twice, and both times that I was on the show, I felt after I left the show, I felt like, my God, it was great to get everything off my chest. You know, it's like you got something to really put out there. It's like
people still talk about those. People still talk about those shows. They still hit me up and be like, "Yo, you got to get Zack Snyder back on there because you know you do let it out." But I think everyone does. You know,
that's what I mean. Everybody does. Yeah.
And everybody's got a story to tell.
I don't know, man. Right. No. Go ahead. Everybody got a story to tell. You're right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And I like how you said. Yeah, I like how you said the whole Go Deep stands for God. I guess what is it called? God experiences.
God experience everyone's perspective.
Yeah, I love that because again, it talks about how people let it out, and everybody has a different perspective, and everybody has a different way of looking at things. And a lot of times, especially in our modern day, a lot of people forget that there's different ways of looking at a situation. And I just like that that's part of the approach of your show. I think that's pretty awesome.
Right. I appreciate it, man.
When you start off, I've always wanted to ask you about what your inspiration is for starting off every show with slowed down, deep hip hop. What's your reasoning for starting off every show like that?
Go ahead.
He looks like he froze. Did he freeze?
Might have did.
Oh,
yeah, we got some internet problems.
Like I did last time.
He'll probably go and come back.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, he'll probably restart.
He silenced everyone before he left.
He's like, don't talk until I get back.
He was about to go deep. He was about to go deep, and we ended up.
And Anthony was like, "Yo, that's some fire."
That's fire. I'm telling you, it was like.
No shit. The first time I listened to one of his, like, it's been a while. I was like, yo, I didn't know when he was gonna start. Because he does legitimately play like a long
clip
of music,
like hip hop, and what he does is he slows it down.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I think he does that to like avoid copyright or something, but he slows it down. So he might start out with some Tupac, and he'll slow down the music, and it'll be like how Anthony was starting.
The show started,
like somebody hit me with some. Do I sound weird? Those sleep
guys, I was talking before the show, and like I don't know what's going on. Like I had a cold, I was in slow motion, but not like
right. It's essentially, but
number 5.
You know what? The thing about it is that it's so unique, and it sets the tone for where the show is going to go. And he always has something that plays a song that's like appropriate to, a topic that he's going to bring up in some way. And it's fantastic. It's Either it was either Jeff Johns or the Riddler, one of the two.
Yep.
Wouldn't surprise me. Freaking Jeff Johns.
Damien, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, man, this is gonna be a.
Is he back?
There we go. I think he's coming back.
I think so.
Yo.
Hey, there he is.
All right, I'm back. So check this out. We've been having like construction at my apartment complex for the past like year almost. They're adding new buildings. It's like a new complex or whatever. So lately, like over the last week, everybody's internet just been fucked up. Or excuse me, can I say that? Everybody's internet just been messed up.
Yeah. I
Even our
mean,
cell phone
Dawson might
towers
pass
messed up.
out.
No, it's not my show. Golly, people.
Yeah, you can
Goodness.
you can say whatever you want. I mean, that's why we didn't bring you on the show. We didn't bring you on the show to muzzle you so you couldn't say what you wanted to say, man. You do go deep. So anytime we get you on a show, we expect you to be open and say whatever it is, man. I mean, that's the whole point.
I don't care if anybody else cusses. I just don't very much, but I don't care if anybody else does.
Gosh darn it. What the heck? Shoot fire?
Man, I wish I could boot Ryan right now.
Oh, wait, you love doing this? Whoop. See you later. He loves doing that. Wait, again? All right. So yes, now, as you were saying, before
you were talking about music.
Yeah. At the beginning of your broadcast.
Yeah,
I do like some slow music. It's like it's called Chop and Screwed. If you know, like down south kind of. Yeah, it started in Houston, or some people even say it started in Philadelphia, but it's like
it started in Houston.
All right, Houston. There you go. Yeah, it's a genre, right? Sipping syrup. It's like sipping, prescription strength cough medicine, and they do it all day to where it slows the world down. But what I did it like because it's go deep, so I want to kind of make your brain think something deep. So now the voices is deep or whatever. But I start the show with like a little intro with maybe like classical music or some shit like that. But music, if y'all know in the podcast world or content creating or whatever, music unlocks one side of your brain, and voice or analytics or pictures unlocks another. So if you put them together, you got a full experience of not only entertainment, but maybe kind of like a brain teaser also. It's a little content trick, boys.
Yeah, and it works out so well, and it sets I was telling the other guys before you came back on, it sets the tone for where each episode is going to go, because you always seem to play something that's totally appropriate for whatever the content is going to be. So it ends up being like you get somebody that'll come on, and then you've always got like pictures or something showing at the beginning to get people going and to get people thinking on the right frame. So
right, that's it. That part is a little weird because check this out. Sometimes how you say like people don't know if there's a God exists or a higher power. I know I don't want to come on your podcast and talk about some crazy God shit, but listen to this. Check this out. Sometimes I make those intros like a month or a week before that show, and then sometimes I don't even tell the person what to talk about, and it sometimes just happened to sync up like that. And it's like, if you listen to the show, I say it plenty times, like, damn, I can't believe you just talked about that, because that's what the intro is going to be, because it's like a previously recorded conversation. So it's some weird, like, kind of like, you ever play basketball and you in the zone and you just hitting every shot, or you hitting baseball and everything goes over the fence? Sometimes that's what I do the podcasting for, but it seems like sometimes you just knock that shit out of the park and it just happens like that. I don't even try to connect it like that. It just happens, and it's weird to say, but it does. It's weird.
I think it's brilliant.
It's always awesome when those happy accidents happen, when you like, or not even just happy accidents, when you like do something and it works out to be so much better than you thought it would originally. That's always awesome. It's always fun.
Hell yeah. I love it. Podcasting is the shit, and we're coming into the perfect time in life where content creators are about to start, changing the world without pretty much regulation on us. It's not going to be much regulations. It's going to be maybe YouTube censorship, but like in the music industry or entertainment industry, they had gatekeepers and shit like that. the internet and content is going to be up to us, you know. So it's a good time for all of us to do podcasts, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. It's a great time. I mean, eventually they'll find a way to put their thumb, on top of the necks of every podcaster or YouTuber or whatever, because they got to find a way,
Put their thumb on your neck. How does that work, Ryan?
It's well, I mean, your neck is pretty, your neck is pretty thin, so I probably hold you down with my thumb. So,
isn't it? Well, okay. Wouldn't you say that it's kind of already started, particularly with YouTube, with the way that they do their purges and the way that they unsubscribe people randomly from channels and different things like that, and then of course you have the copyright strikes and stuff. You might just be showing like a clip from a trailer because you want to comment on it or something. You're not trying to do anything, trying to do it to make money, but you want to be able to comment on it, and then you get a strike against your account, or you get that video taken down. So this is kind of how it's starting, where
they're throwing things out there. They're testing the water. They're seeing what they can do. How do we control? And that's what it's all about. It's all about control. How do we control, and then how do we monetize? But how do we take advantage of this?
Guys, the algorithm is so messed up that you have companies like Disney and Warner Brothers who flag their own stuff. It's like they'll put the stuff up and they flag their own stuff because they don't know what they're doing.
Copyrighted, guys.
Like the video I did last week where I rewatched all the Man of Steel trailers, and then my video just got blocked at like half the world. And I'm like, yo, there is literally like thousands of reactions to these same trailers all over. You can watch it for free on Warner Brothers website, but they hit me up with it like so.
Anthony, YouTube just hates you. You just gotta recognize it, Anthony.
Well, because YouTube knows that your stuff is fired, and they hate you too. They do.
They're like, yo, we can't let this out.
Every one of my shows. Right. Every one of my shows are copyright strike because, like you said, I play music in it. But what's crazy is I get the music from YouTube. It's like I didn't get it off iTunes or anything like that. I took it from YouTube, put it back on YouTube, and they're like, "Oh, copyright strike." I'm like, "Shit, I got it from you guys. How do you strike me about that?" But
it's basically a game of nonsense. And they know the people that they're going after on YouTube aren't. It's not like we're not getting anything. We're just doing these shows. It's not like we're profiting the way they are. So what are they going against you for? I don't know.
Like he said, is them trying to get in the industry. And look at even with Joe Rogan, they gave him all that money, but now they're shitting on him every day. So it's like, is it worth it to get to that level? Because they're going to try to cancel you as soon as you get there. So,
I mean, it's that same control. If they can't control your tongue, then they're going to silence your tongue. Right. I mean, that's just it. And when they start giving you money and start paying you
that's why people sell out. Because once they've sold out, then
they've got you. They got you. That's it. So that's why I have so much respect for what Ray Fisher's doing, because he's got no kids. He's got no wife. They can't really squeeze him. They try to offer him movies. Hey, let's settle this in mediation. We'll give you a really good role if you shut your mouth. And I'm just like, dude, keep going. Don't
Dude doesn't care. And that is a boss move right there. He does not care. He's playing chess with these checkers, playing executives that don't know what they're doing. They don't care. I love the fact that he says he doesn't care if he gets another movie role again. He doesn't care if he ever works again. It's not about that.
Yeah, it's very true. And it's interesting you guys bring up the whole.
Go ahead.
So it's interesting how you guys bring up the whole selling out thing. It's funny because over the past I don't know if maybe Anthony's gotten this or what Mr. West Ashley's gotten this, but there's occasionally these like sites that will like message like some YouTubers or podcasters, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we got a deal for you. We'll give you these access to these different programs, and we'll give you like sponsorships." But and having the very fine print, all of the content that's produced by your show belongs to us.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah,
I ain't doing that.
Yeah, I've gotten emails before. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
It's like, screw that.
Yeah,
No way.
Yeah. I think they did that with Joe Rogan too. That Spotify has all his content now, right? Instead of YouTube or a split.
Yes, I think. I'm not all caught up.
It's either that, or it's either that, or it's Apple Music, because he's on iTunes too.
Okay.
Like his podcast, yeah.
Right. Well, you got to do it, kind of yourself. So
yeah,
from something out, you sell your own merch. You Zach Crack. We get a little bit of YouTube money, but we basically don't be bought off. But I want to ask you guys this: where do you think? How big do you think Ray Fisher's investigation is going to be? Is it going to be like Hollywood destroyed, like a Me Too movement investigation, or because No.
I personally believe that he's going to have a personal win in this, and that there will be certain people who lose their jobs or get moved around, but at the end of the day, there's still shadows. There's still shadows for people to hide in. It's going to be business as usual behind closed doors. This is what they're going to do is it's going to be an isolated issue. They're going to reprimand the people that were involved, and then they're going to hopefully say, "Hey, the masses, we've done it. We found out. Ray's appeased now. He's happy, and that'll be the end of it. And then it's just going to continue business as usual."
I'm just worried.
Behind closed doors.
I'm just worried that when all is said and done, even after it's all taken care of, because I believe at this point Jeff Johns is toast. But here's the thing: if they succeed, Ray succeeds, and they go, "Oh, you're happy now." Whatever, he gets a successful couple movies under his belt or whatever. I'm afraid for Ray in the future, when he reaches the point in his life where he actually does have something to lose,
and then they'll get him,
and then they'll retaliate against him for this.
One thing they do is they hold grudges, and they let it loose. They let you. Okay, you feel like you're safe. You feel like you're safe. I got you. Bam, just like that. Got him.
you got Mr. West Ashley, just like, oh my God, that's horrible. That and the timing too.
Right. The timing.
What do you want?
I got him.
He's back.
I still make a clip of that.
What do you want?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
But that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of retaliation against Ray Fisher when he gets to a point where he actually has something to lose. That's that'd be something to go deep about.
Hell yeah, you got to come on the show, bro. Just let me know when.
Hey, real quick, man.
I want all of you guys on the show.
Heck yeah.
Come on the show. Yeah. We'll definitely come on the show.
I can go pretty deep.
Yeah, I mean, you do your deep thoughts once a week.
I do my deep thoughts.
You give yourself a chance to go deep once in a while.
Yeah. I let myself off the reins once a week, so I'm good to go.
All right, cool.
Real quick, kind of off topic. Hey, when the last time you talked to Lewis, man?
Lewis, what's Lewis? Oh, Lewis, yo.
Remember last time I was on with y'all were like, who's better? Hey, y'all dominating right now.
Yeah, hell yeah, yo.
Your boy, I should have probably drafted him in a couple fantasy leagues. I passed him up, and he out here banging on everybody. So
banging.
Yeah.
See, Lewis owe me.
He's a Buffalo Bills fan.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. He does owe you some money.
Yo, check this out. Lewis owes me a dinner for two. He said he's going to pay a dinner for two wherever I choose if Josh Allen has a better season than Josh Rosen, whatever his quarterback name is.
Oh, you talking about Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold, he likes the Jets,
so
right? So he's like,
he does.
if Sam Darnold has a better season, you owe me dinner. But I'm like, it's not gonna happen, bro. Don't worry about it.
So the big question is, what are you going to have for dinner?
I don't know. Yeah, I heard Lewis got some money, so I might run it up on him. Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my goodness!
And then only eat half of it. No, I'm done.
I'm done.
Don't even take the rest home in a box. Just
Right? Yeah. It's like you take that away.
It's not my money.
So the Falcons ain't looking too good, homie. You told me you were in Atlanta last time, right?
No, I'm in Georgia. I'm not a fan. I'm a Packers fan.
Packers. Yeah, they're 3-0.
Okay, you're in Georgia, but you're a Packers fan because you hate the way the Falcons play.
Nah, I've never been a Falcons. I've been a Packers fan for over 20 years, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they play each other on Monday night, so I'm looking forward to it.
So you've been a Packers fan for about as long as I've been a Broncos fan.
Oh, I thought you were going to say for about as long as you've been alive.
No. I mean, I have been a Broncos fan since I was born in 1997.
They're playing right now. They're about to kick
off. 97?
Broncos.
Damn.
Yeah, I was born the first year they won the Super Bowl, so I mean that's just how it goes. And plus, my family was all Broncos fans. Like they all lived in Colorado for a long time, and yeah. My grandpa was drafted by the Packers back in the '60s.
Damn.
Oh,
damn.
But at the time, it was like the pay was of course not nearly as high, and so my grandpa decided to go coach high school football instead of sign on because he would rather coach rather than play. Because he was already messed up and stuff with like injuries and like he had a problem with his eye that got messed up because like his face mask would always get bent and like go down into his nose and break his nose and it messed up his. Yeah.
Damn.
He was there during the tough era of football.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's some football pedigree, man. You might want to cash in with some kids, maybe, you know?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man. Oh shit. So what else is going on in the movement? How y'all feeling?
Feeling good, man.
Feeling good, yeah. It's just kind of like they're announcing little things here and there, and just kind of keep the breadcrumbs going. Like hey, we've got all this stuff for you. We're going to entertain you for the next couple years. So that's pretty much it.
It just still feels weird that like after so long of feeling like the fans against the studio that could give us the entertainment we want, it's now the studio with Warner Media and AT&T like interacting with the fans so well and like hinting at things and talking about stuff and just interacting with fans much better than Warner Brothers ever did. And it's just really refreshing. It's really cool.
What do you think about all that, Pilly, about all the interactions that AT&T and Warner Media does with the fans now? What do you think about that? Is that like a change, just a change in strategy, or is that a genuine olive branch to the fans that have been shat on for so many years?
Man, I think all right, so y'all want to go deep. We're gonna go deep. So check this out. I think the Snyder Cut movement is the Napster to the music industry, right? So I think this streaming shit was gonna kill Hollywood, right? And it's happening, and we're seeing it. And everything from the Me Too to maybe even Ray Fisher's investigation was pretty much all kind of like one kingdom crumbling, but going into another crumbling. I mean, going into another kingdom. So when CDs in the music industry crumbled because Napster, now everything is streaming, I think that's probably what's happening in the movie industry also.
Right. Yeah. They sort of adapt, they adapt to whatever the new norm is set to be. And and that's why, Warner Media is positioning themselves to like, Dawson was saying, tell you everything you want to hear, or most things you want to hear, because we have a question up there about that. But just sort of get on your side and say, hey, you know what? Not only is the Zack Snyder thing your reward, the movie, but also we're going to continue. Here comes Batfleck again in The Flash. Here comes, all these other, Michael Keaton and, and to appease more fans and sort of get everybody sort of, the good faith, going, in this new direction, or for this for Warner Media, and sort of kind of shun Warner Brothers a little bit, and we're going to slap them on the wrist. But we're, but until we figure out how this new movement has changed things, how are we going to, as a company, adapt, and then business as usual?
Right. Somebody's going to get their hand on this. Netflix kind of showing the blueprint, but everybody's coming, Apple, Spotify, HBO Max, Disney Plus, everybody's coming, man. So I think the whole landscape is changing. And I think maybe the Snyder Cut movement was out in front.
Everything, because think about how, just like what you said, everything is streaming. And when we say everything, it's literally is everything. It's music, it's movies, it's video games, it's everything that you can think of is moving to some sort of digital streaming platform that is essentially going to take over everything and completely eliminate the need for any kind of physical media in one respect, and then other elements too, because you just eliminate the middleman altogether.
And that's a version of control. And that's what Batdan had at the beginning of this conversation. I can't find Man of Steel. So he's losing his marbles because he doesn't have a way of watching Man of Steel, whereas I have a copy, and I watched it the other day because it's my damn copy. Well, see, that's what they want. It's kind of like the Disney vault. They put this stuff out, they get your money, they put it back in the vault. Because what? Because they want to control it. It's all about, hey, and then when we bring it back out, we might have a new behind the scenes or something for you to watch, something to entice you, because physical media, again, they don't have, that's less money that they have to use to produce a physical copy of something, when all they have to do, just like video games, all they have to do is provide a link and a server, and here you go.
Yep.
100% correct. So I think that's what's happening. And I think, and it's probably a lot of middlemen to get cut out too. You probably got to pay these movie theaters, and you got to do this and that. Streaming.
Well, there was this thing today that I saw about movie theaters. They wanted like Congress or somebody to help out the movie theaters so that
the movie theater bailout.
I'm sorry, they don't. Who gives a shit? There will be new people. Like there's a whole bunch of restaurants that, because of this COVID crap, there's a whole bunch of restaurants that went out of business because they weren't a franchise. They were a mom and pop. They had, good food and all kinds, but they just couldn't sustain because people were too afraid to go, and they had nothing set up for takeout. They had nothing set up for DoorDash. They just didn't have the technology, or they didn't have the means. And so they went out of business. Well, it's the same way with these movie theaters, the smaller ones, as well as the Cinemarks and the AMCs and all that. Like, I could care less.
But society does what it does, though. It adapts. It adapts. So when something becomes obsolete, it falls off the wayside. And unfortunately, in this day and age that we're living in, it seems like movie theaters are on the edge of the cliff. They're about to become obsolete because delivering content directly to the consumer is a more economically viable option.
And so Batdan really clarifies what they're hoping everyone will do. Well, I do have a physical copy of Man of Steel. I'm too damn lazy to get my ass up off Zod's couch and put it in the PlayStation.
How does he know where you live, Zod?
I know. That's Batman. Of course he knows where he lives.
He asks too many questions.
Everybody lives.
Ryan knows where everybody lives.
I do know where everybody.
Everybody's bought a shirt. We've all bought shirts.
Yeah. And so that's what I was doing. I don't know if you've seen that, but I put a little shirt together for
what? Shirt is fire.
Yeah, for Ray Fisher, just to kind of support his cause or whatever. And so what we do
dope.
Is
that's a nice shirt. I got one.
What I wanted to do is I was going to put a montage of different people that have bought. Here we go, and know this guy.
Montage or collage?
and I'm going to put it in just like a little. There you go. I'm going to put it in like a little collage, or some sort of physical media not physical, but some sort of form
Physical
of media. Physical media. I'm going to send him a disc.
Physical media.
And I'm going to send it to Ray so that he can just kind of scroll through and see, hey, look at all these
He's
people
send
that
him a
support his
record
cause.
and a VHS tape. So you play the record alongside the VHS.
It's going to be vinyl,
which is before your time.
Right.
But yeah, so I was going to do that, and the shirts are on sale on Teespring, but and I made them 100% of the proceeds go to AFSP.org. So it's not a money kind of thing. I don't get anything of it. I just wanted to see, a lot of support that and some interesting way that I could send that to Ray, and I would think that would be sort of a psychological pick me up. Hey, look at all these people that kind of stand behind me or whatever.
Well,
So,
he does have a lot of support right now, and that's the greatest thing that Ray Fisher has going for him right now. The support on social media, the support just in general from the fan base. I mean, that's wonderful to have. But like I said, I'm just worried about the retaliation later on down the line. That's all I'm worried.
No. That you're exactly correct. I mean, most of the deaths that happen, the suicides or the ODs or whatever it is in any form, whether it's film, music, anything, it's always they screwed somebody over, and they finally got their comeuppance.
Yep.
And that's usually what happens, especially if they're young.
He went deep. He went deep.
Yeah.
He went deep.
He did it. He done did it.
See, now that's the other question. If Ray Fisher were to go deep, they'd have to shut the show down because he would probably. I mean, you saw the way he was at Justice Con, where he was just unloading, with the Nerd Queens, and the Nerd Queens were doing their best to keep it, to keep it managed. But I mean, if you were to have, Ray Fisher go deep, Pilly would just be like, just say what's on your mind, and the dude would just be like that.
It's like, you got 3 hours.
Well,
you got 3 hours. Here's
what
the
receipts
mic.
are those? Well, here they are.
Go.
And then,
Hey, you always
go deep. The receipts would be on the screen. I mean, he would be. I mean, it's.
Oh my god!
Because you always say you're just a moderator, man. He's like, I'm just the moderator.
And then
I'm just the moderator.
There'd be some screw in the background.
I'm just the moderator. Y'all make my show sound way more cooler than it actually is. I just let people talk shit. And that's pretty much it.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, though. It is.
And almost every show from Mr. West Ashley, there's always some jaw-dropping information. So I would check out every podcast.
Always.
Oh yeah,
always.
I appreciate it.
Because he just projects that. He projects that like here it is. Here's a platform. Air it out, and you just go with it.
And there's some stuff where I've listened to your shows, and I'm like, man, you've gone deep, but you haven't gone deep enough. There's a lot
there we go.
further to go in a lot of different areas that you've been touching on. In the hip hop, area.
I love when he starts talking about aliens and full disclosure and all that stuff too. Like, I'll be like, yes, here we go. We're gonna get real deep now.
So check this out. So we gotta take like baby steps. So each guest, if you want to take it deeper, please come on the show. I promise you I'll keep up. I promise you I can keep up. So we just talk about whatever, and I know some deeper shit, but I just gotta take it slow,
Yeah. Okay.
I got a question for you, Pilly. You put out a video a long time ago with a dude that you had, a friend of yours, where you had him try some hot stuff. You had him try like some hot pepper or something. You know what video I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He was struggling with it, whatever.
Was it a
Have you ever had him on Go Deep?
Yeah, he's been on there. He's his name is I call him Swamp Thing, but I forget what his name was. Yeah, but it was the world's hottest chocolate that I gave him.
Yeah, that's what it was. The world's hottest chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little piece. Awesome. You only need a small piece. If you see it, it's the same guys that made that chip, the hot chip, but they made it chocolate. And it's like 9 times hotter than the hot chip. So we did that challenge, but it'll fuck you up though. You're not. Don't do it. I don't suggest you do it.
No, I wouldn't. I can't really handle spicy foods anyway, so you don't have to tell me twice.
No, I made the mistake. I made the mistake of getting a chicken sandwich from this place. It was called the place was called Ghost Burger or something, and I got this chicken sandwich. This chicken sandwich from there, and the chicken sandwich had like ghost pepper. The whole sandwich was like ghost pepper. I could barely eat it. It literally will make your face puffy and will put you. I mean, it's not cool. I couldn't even imagine trying chocolate like that.
My Jamaican friend gave me some chicken once that they had some spices on or whatever. I took one bite and I started tearing up and
that's how you'll get like and even the French fries had ghost pepper on them. And then
after that I was like, oh man, forget that, I can't finish it. So I went and I cleaned my hands off. I came back and I was like, man, I'm really tearing. He's like, no, don't do that. I was like, my eyes are burning.
No. I have a really good friend who has a lot of connections to like Korean stuff, and he got this really, really spicy Korean ramen, like really, really spicy stuff. And it's not like a pepper spice, but it's like oh gosh, how to explain? It's like fiery needles in your face spicy. And my friend and I, we sat down and we like recorded ourselves. I don't even know where the video is. I have to find it. But we recorded ourselves eating it. And at first it's okay because it's subtle at first. But then, like, you skip 20 minutes into the video. My friend is like this big old clump of ice cream on a spoon, just like sitting on his tongue and rubbing it on his lips because it's so freaking hot. And I'm just sitting there like chugging like this big old thing of ice cold milk, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like dying.
I heard milk doesn't work.
Really is the only thing that works. You know what? I was chugging down. I was chugging down beer to fix it.
I was right.
Yeah, I can't.
You didn't want to feel anything at that point.
No.
I can't do the spicy stuff neither at all. Looks, my wife says we on our show one time we had a toe of the devil. If you don't know what that is, the toe of Satan, I think is what it is. Mm-hmm. It's a sucker.
Yeah,
it's hot. It looks like just the devil's finger or whatever. And we put
okay.
We put on
Lucifer.
We put on Nelly's Hot in Here, and we tried to hold it in our mouth until the song was over with. No. I made it about 30 seconds. She tried it for about a minute and a half, and we almost died doing it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was super hot.
It's
like a lollipop, but it's
that company that makes the chocolate makes that lollipop. And I forgot the name. They make the chip and everything, but they're a pretty cool company because when I put that video online, they hit me up and sent me some more.
Oh,
but it's a real cool company. I can't even remember what they are, but they're real, cool with the people or whatever. So all you do is hashtag it, and they'll send you some more shit to make more videos and do shit.
Basically, they're like, "Oh, that didn't kill you? Here's some more. Try it again."
Right.
You failed because you're
still alive.
The chocolate is crazy because it's like 18 very small pieces. But the challenge is you're supposed to pop one every 30 seconds, and you can't get milk until at least 3 of them is done. But nobody ever got past 1, so we haven't completed the challenge yet.
I can imagine how they came up with that idea with the spicy chocolate. Some a-hole was like his girlfriend was like pissed off or something, and he like decided to make her chocolate spicy because she goes eat chocolate, and he's like, watch this, and she just gets pissed off and just can't eat it. That'd be funny.
Yeah. That'll be fucked up. You shouldn't do that to your girlfriend. It'll be over instantly.
That's true.
We ain't getting that chocolate. Look at my wife when they're talking about we're getting that chocolate.
Yeah. That should be your challenge. I mean, those
try it.
Those jelly beans are not that level. You got to try.
Oh no, they sure not. Jelly beans are gross, but the chocolate.
I would watch you guys every week on that show just to watch you guys eat the chocolate every week.
Do it for the clout. Do it for
the clout.
Nah, the chocolate.
If you didn't get past one, I said if you didn't get past one,
I'm not even gonna try it. Yeah, no, don't do it. Don't do it. I suggest nobody do the chocolate challenge because you don't believe it can fuck you up that much because it's so small. And they're like, oh, it's just chocolate, whatever. As soon as you put it in your mouth, done. It's like atomic warfare. Done.
Oh, goodness.
Koopy Malik says he could take it.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
All right, try it.
I know for a fact that my wife can't take it because here's the thing. We went to a restaurant once and someone put pepper on her salad and she thought that was too spicy.
Oh, no.
She can't handle spice whatsoever. And whereas my dad grew up putting like Louisiana hot sauce in our spaghetti. And so I was just like, this is what are you talking about? Like pepper's not even a spice. Like really. It's just like, what the heck is wrong with you?
Check this out.
Did you get silent treatment for a week?
Was talking about.
No, she knows she's a wimp. She does. She does. She admits it herself.
Whatever happened to happy wife, happy life? That was your mantra. I mean,
it's
threw that out the window.
Just say it's the sweet one. You know,
she's the sweet one.
She's working tonight, so it's the sweet one. There you go. You're welcome.
That's why you're like unhinged right now because she's not home.
Oh yeah,
so you can say
He's
whatever you want.
He's like, I'll say whatever the freak I want. There's no one that's gonna stop me. Gosh darn it.
Oh, I hate you guys.
So tell me. He said he wanted me to go deeper on a few subjects. What else should I go deeper on?
Oh man.
Yeah, Ryan.
Oh, so
Ryan, you opened up a can of worms there.
Yeah, idiot. Well, maybe I should have written it down. Like, oh man, he could have gone deeper here. But I mean, just the most recent were the hip hop deaths. And who was?
Oh right.
Yeah. Tupac, talking about Tupac got shot, and then he got shot again. But they denied the ambulance. And let's see, and you were talking about Biggie and Puffy and how that went down where they weren't really on the same page, so therefore he took him out because he wasn't on the same page. I mean, hell, look at freaking Snoop and they're like, hey, after this. After you got done killing somebody, we'll just pair you up with Martha Stewart, and well, we're gonna. What do they do? Those numbers, like on the boys, they're like, oh, you went up 5 points, or you went down 5 points, or whatever. Like the public.
I know some of the public.
I don't know what that's called. Where they like it's on like some sort of point scale, some sort of numeric scale where you're like high or low with the public, and so you try to fix the perception of you so that you can rank higher.
Oh
yeah. So I'm like,
Black Mirror about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like a social perception score or some shit like that.
Something like that. Yeah. It's just it's just weird. It's just weird. Okay, I mean, hell, go ahead and give me your thoughts on well, might as well. The election. Did you watch the debate this week? Or
no,
were you not into watching comedy?
No, I started watching. I got like 3 minutes into it, maybe 5 minutes, but I was like, nah, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
Wow, I've never seen a debate like that, but
well, I'm okay.
Nobody has. No one has.
No one has because
Sorry.
It wasn't a debate.
It wasn't. It was a show. That's what it is. It's entertainment.
Mhm.
And there were two entertainers on stage, and they had the third, which was supposedly the moderator, kind of controlling the entertainment.
That wasn't a moderator. That was a
Arnold
third
Schwarzenegger
debater.
said he'd moderate next time.
What is your stance on this issue? Go, Joe Biden.
He's not. You know what? He's not a good moderator. He was not able to control. He was not able to control anything. So he was not a good moderator.
Well, he ended up jumping into the debate himself.
Right.
Like, what the heck?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch it. I did my own stream that day.
I suffered through the whole. I suffered through the whole thing. So
I was doing a show at the time, so I didn't catch the debate until later that night.
There's a really good documentary that I always recommend for anybody who's wanting to learn more about politics. And I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's called The Distinguished Gentleman, and it's narrated by Eddie Murphy. It's a really good take on the goings on behind the curtain of just politics in general.
Of all people to voice a documentary, it's Eddie Murphy. Like, oh man, this is crazy. Look at all this stuff happening here. Look at that boulder. That's boulder. Anyways, what was that?
But he makes a good point. The Distinguished Gentleman is a great movie. The Distinguished Gentleman is a great movie to think about it. If you really want to go deep,
yes,
there you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh man, I definitely recommend it, and thank you for the dramatic
documentary. I don't know.
No, it wasn't. It's not a documentary.
Yeah, it's not a documentary.
Yeah, I think it's just probably the lag.
That makes so much sense now.
No, it's an Eddie Murphy movie where it's Distinguished Gentleman. It's good though.
Yeah, it's very good. It's definitely because of satire. See, what they do with comedy is they throw things out there and make fun of it, but it's actually it's the god awful truth. But they make light of it, they make fun of it, so it's palatable for people, right? And sort of another documentary that I always recommend along with that one is another one which we're sort of headed toward. In voting for presidents and the presidents of today versus the presidents of yesteryear, when we finally get to President Camacho, from the other documentary, Idiocracy, which is narrated by Wilson. Who is it? Luke Wilson? Yeah, Luke Wilson. Yeah,
it's Luke Wilson.
Yeah. He's in that one, and so I mean that's another one I would highly recommend. Because again, they hide a lot of stuff in the satire.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all like politics, huh? Or y'all like
no, I don't like politics.
I hate politics.
I want to call it out anytime I can, because if you watch that debate and you can't tell that it was all a freaking shit show, it was just a show itself. And you can't see that it's just it's fake.
It was.
Yeah.
Then you've got some issues. These aren't candidates. This is just a show. Because what the whole thing is that if you can tell by the media, it's male against female, black against white, Republican versus Democrat, conservative versus liberal, right versus left, this versus that. Who gives a shit? And anybody who sort of eats drinks the Kool-Aid, eats the cake, whatever it is, just sort of like mindlessly follows these narratives. Man, it's kind of like the Matrix. You gotta just wake the fuck up. Somebody's got to unplug your ass,
right?
Because apparently your brain is that's where your brain is.
God, you're definitely in the mode to go deep tonight, Ryan.
Man,
wow.
You when you get Mr. West Ashley on the horn, you gotta go deep or go home. And I'm unfortunately I'm already home, so I gotta go deep.
Oh my goodness.
So
did he freeze or did the lag just?
I think because
did the
he's
lag
traveling
just
outside.
end the stream?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna throw this out there. Is Jamie Foxx really coming back in another?
I don't know. I mean, it's a Marvel movie, so I don't care as much.
Jamie Foxx is going to play the same character.
I saw it and I was like, "Yo, what the hell is this?" I don't know.
I don't
it wasn't really that good of a performance anyway. I've seen better from him.
Yeah.
And I just like that's the character you want to go with. Like, are you kidding? The best villain was Doc Ock. I mean,
oh yeah.
As far as all of the incarnations of Spider-Man, they did the best with his character. Hang on one second. Bam. Hopefully.
Next thing you know, they're going to figure out a way to bring back James Franco.
James Franco. Oh, why? He was a horrible Green Goblin too. He was horrible. I mean,
and then while they're at it, they might as well bring back Willem Dafoe as the original Green Goblin. Might as well give him a better costume for this movie.
You know, they had the prosthetics, and they should have gone prosthetics.
They really should have. The whole mask that like moved and stuff.
The helmet thing was stupid.
Yeah,
I tell you what, it'd be hilarious. I wouldn't want this, but it'd be hilarious. Well, it'd be hilarious if they brought Paul Giamatti back as Rhino. That'd be hilarious.
Good Lord. That was so
By
bad.
far the worst part
Yes,
of the movie.
Lord Kojay, I agree 100%. What's up, brother? Good to see you out there in the chat.
Yeah, that was the worst at the end of that movie. His head popped out, his head floating.
Oh, yeah.
I am the Rhino.
Yeah.
Before me, Spider-Man.
I mean,
it's terribly
it's on
miscast.
par with I'm sorry. The first best villain was Doc Ock. The second best for me was the Vulture.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Yes. He was that was great. I didn't like Spider-Man because he was like, "Oh, Mr. Stark, I'm so whiny, but I'm like 32 years old." And I just I can't get over that. And but those are the two best villains that they've had on the big screen.
Oh yeah.
The Spider. I mean, say whatever you want about Tom Holland, but that scene in the when he taking him to the prom, Michael Keaton was sinister as fuck.
No, see, Michael Keaton made the scene. Okay, that's the thing, is that villains make the movie. If you have a good villain, then you're gonna, like Zod or like Loki, because they didn't kill him off. They let him kind of grow it and whatever. What the hell was that? Oh, I thought that was a balloon or something. I was like, oh, it's a party.
He's putting it on our heads and shit.
He's like, I'll pop you like a pimple. But yeah, no. So the villains are, if you have a great villain, then that causes or that makes your hero, come up and meet that villain head on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a weak villain, then of course it's not as entertaining. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. I see he's moving. We're good to go.
All right. Yes. I thought you were going and getting an injection of some Zack crack or something.
No, man. I thought I could go outside to get some better service, and the shit got worse outside. So I don't know, man. My bad, man.
You're all good.
That's all
All
good.
So what's going on? What y'all was talking about? It sounds like y'all having so much fun, but I can't actually hear you, and I'm like, damn, I'm feeling left out and shit.
No, I asked him was Jamie Foxx really coming back for the next Spider-Man movie?
Oh, I don't watch no fucking Spider-Man, bro.
Damn, ACS, he put you in your place. No, I'm joking.
No, I'm joking.
We heard some news today, and I think, like you said, they're following what Zack Snyder's Justice League is already doing. They're bringing back Michael Keaton. They're bringing back, some other big characters, actors, or whatever. So they're like, well, Sony's like, hey, what do we do? Bring back Jamie Foxx. He's a big name, and maybe the nerds will go nuts. So
because Jamie Foxx was so popular the last time around.
See, even though The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is my favorite Spider-Man movie, I did not like Jamie Foxx in that movie, and I don't want him to be back.
I didn't like the other kid as Green Goblin 2 in that movie either. Both
that
villains.
I liked better.
Oh no!
I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a different.
What
take
is his
on the
name?
character
Jake
that-
Jake Dawson.
What? I liked it. I'm not saying it was amazing. I just liked it.
Man.
So screw you.
Yeah. Nope.
You know, Ryan, I think you need to play the clip, man.
You want to play that clip? Okay, yeah, I can do that. Hold on one second. Let me take this off the screen real quick so we can play it.
Taking forever.
Yeah.
Dodson, we've got Dodson here. See, nobody cares.
I just said I liked it.
God damn.
I liked the different take on Green Goblin. I thought it was intriguing. Sue me.
God damn, man. Yo, guys, me, bro.
You see what I have to put up with? You see what I have to put up with on a weekly basis, on a daily basis sometimes?
How good that clip was.
I mean, that clip is like should be nominated for an award. Like it's so great. Like it all matches up so awesome.
Look at Prime rolling right now.
and your co-host got to see.
With friends like that, who needs enemies, right?
With friends like that, I'm surrounded by enemies. That's how it is.
Yeah, and we know what clip you would play right now, Dawson, if you were hosting the show.
All of them.
Oh yeah, he would play this.
Great day, Ryan.
I still cannot believe you bastardized my sister's voice.
I took your sister and I did what I want with her.
Wow.
on the tape.
Damn.
On the tape. That actually makes it worse. On the tape.
He took off.
Damn.
Oh man, that is stream.
We don't talk about this shit on Go Deep.
No, not at all. Go Deep goes in different directions.
Oh
Y'all
man,
are funny. Y'all are hilarious.
So he can't add himself back.
Tell me some more about y'all's podcast. Tell me something about y'all's show, y'all's podcast. Y'all do this once a week?
We do it once a week, and we rotate. So I think either next week or the week after, we're going to do it on Dawson's or Anthony's channel. And we just bring in people that we find interesting and or fun, and maybe have a connection to Zack Snyder, or maybe not. Doesn't matter so much.
Right, it's not about Zack Crack, that's for sure. For some people,
buy the hoodie.
Oh my God! Yes,
there you go.
Yeah, for the winter time, man, I gotta get the hoodie. I love it, Zack Crack. That's perfect.
So we just we all kind of got on a stream and we just clicked and then we had another
Basically,
guy.
what happened is Ryan was clout chasing and he knew that he needed Zod and I, and then we just kind of put up with him ever since. That's what's happening here.
That's the shorthand. I'm trying to get the long form because this is a show, so we want to give him a show. So So Nerdy he has like, okay, I'm sorry, we didn't even recognize this. Congratulations, Dawson, on 9K subscribers.
Yeah, 9,000.
Good job,
9K.
man.
Thank you.
You've raked it in. And continue to rake it.
He's gonna be past 10K by the end of the year.
Past that 10K hurdle.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But thanks, I appreciate that.
So that's
dope, man. Congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, they're.
What you gonna do tonight to celebrate? You gonna pop a bottle? You gonna smoke some weed? What you gonna do?
I already had my chocolate shake. That's my celebration.
Yeah, that was his thing. Is chocolate shake. He's like, yeah, how are you gonna celebrate?
There was a shot of Jack Daniels at the bottom of it.
It's not too crazy at my house. I tell you what, not too crazy.
Hey, so Wes, man,
Yo,
are you anticipating Army of the Dead?
No. Oh hell yeah, bro. I think when is that coming out? I mean, is there a release date?
But then they moved it.
Yeah.
Well, because they had to change the scene with that actor.
I never heard about that. So what happened? I didn't.
That actor has some questionable things, and
With
they
some
had to
underage
remove
girls?
him. And with some underage girls. and
The
they had to
comedian,
replace him.
Chris D'Elia or something like that. With some underage
Oh,
girls
that
on
guy from that horrible show Saturday Night Live.
Is he on Saturday Night Live? I don't know.
Is
Well,
he?
he
Is
got
that
kind of long haired, kind of cut up dude named Chris D'Elia or something like that.
Dude,
Somebody
I'm at
put
the
it in the
point.
chat.
I'm at the point where any actor that comes from SNL nowadays, I don't take seriously. It
They're
immediately,
horrible.
immediately turns me off the movies they're in. I already know, like, this is gonna be crap.
70s, 80s, 90s, and maybe a little bit of early 2000s. A couple of them, but then now it's just it's trite.
It's I don't know how much of
I can sit through a show. Kid you not, I can sit through an entire show and not laugh once.
Yeah, pretty bad.
It's not the good old days. I'll tell you that much. But the dude, I don't know how big his part was because they were able to replace him with like a female actress.
Yeah, they got some woman that was and
she just replaced. I mean, he must not have been that. The reshoots didn't seem to be extensive, so I mean,
he probably died like really early on. Like, oh no!
Well, in that case, I should have just left him in there.
Yeah. Pretty been like, serves you right, son of a bitch.
The reason why I ask is because they put out the cast today for the animated that's on. Tell us what happened, Prime.
Yeah, he'll gladly
Prime
tell
knows.
us actual factuals. He's got that. He's got that. And he's hitting us up from Periscope. What up from Periscope? We've got him and Reese. They're usually the ones that jump on Periscope and watch.
Was that Prime?
Yeah, Prime.
Yeah. What's up, Prime?
Let's see.
Koj, what up?
He says,
gotta love Lord Koj. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Smoke some pepperoni sticks. Man.
Smash some milk bottles and smoke some pepperonis.
The funny thing is I could see him doing that in like his living room. Just have a big, stick of pepperoni and smashing milk cartons. He's just like, and his wife comes home and he's like on the couch, he's wasted. I'm gonna get chocolate wasted.
Oh gosh.
Oh man. So
you're right, Chubby.
What is something that you
Say
have
it again.
Oh, he's talking to Chubby Teddy.
Yeah.
What did Chubby say? West is dope AF.
That's
And
right.
Now, what does that mean, AF, Dawson?
Why did I see that coming?
Dope is freak. Dope is freak. That's what it means, right, Dawson? Yes.
Well, let me ask you this real quick.
Bring Prime on the stream too.
Oh yeah, I can bring him on. What have you gone soft with, or not as deep as you could have gone on a recent subject? Like that you regret, like something like, man, I could have gone deep. I could have gone deeper than that.
Oh man. So gone soft. That's a crazy word, crazy phrase, but
Well, I mean, I didn't want to.
Yeah, Ryan's a jerk. I hope you understand this by now.
I don't know. I'm trying to censor myself. So
yeah, no, it's all good. I don't know, man. I like to go bit by bit because, say for instance, I do go soft on a certain subject. I'll listen to it and then I'll go hard again next week, so it gives me 2 podcasts to talk about it, so
yeah.
I don't know, man. A lot of shit I try to, because a lot of shit sometimes you can't really say too much, because sometimes you do, you get shadow banned, or even some of these people getting killed, like Isaac Cappy and certain shit you can't say, Yeah. So it's like, so what I do is I see what the guests can handle, so I see what they know first, and then I kind of let them talk, and maybe if they're on the right track, I just let them talk. But maybe if I think we can go a different path, I'll throw in a suggestion and I'll be like, yeah, what do you think about this? And then they're like, oh shit, all right. So then we just go down another path. But if it's something I think like the podcast shit is more like a case study. It just keeps getting better and better. So it might have started out pretty shallow, but after a minute, it gets deep, and you get I was about to make a sex joke, but I'm not gonna say that shit.
There's a certain, but Billy, there's a certain number with Go Deep where you mention all the time. You bring up this number of your shows where people can start if they really want to go deep in the Snyder Cut. With the Snyder Cut and with Zack and all that.
I hear you.
There's a number. What number is that, Billy?
Episode 159. So
is where it starts.
That is, if you really want to know the Snyder Cut movement, it started around 159. The movement, because before we were just kind of interviewing people and we were kind of just keeping hush hush about the shit going on in the movement. But 159 happened and we kind of aired everything out. And after that, the movement is kind of, because a lot of times, we had a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing, Mm-hmm. So while they're hanging around in the movement and trying to steer us opposite ways and this, that, or other, we just had a podcast and I'm a part of the Watchmen. So about 10 different Watchmen came on one podcast and just shot shit up. And then ever since then, it's like, I don't know, man. We got the announcement like a week after that. So we shot shit up and we kind of got away because when we shot up the scene, I had Sean O'Connell on the podcast the next week. So it was like nobody could retaliate because it was like, oh, we got it. So all right, fuck it.
Right. And once you have Sean O'Connell on there, it instantly adds that credibility level where you're just like, okay, we're good now.
He's cool. He's been on the show before, but it worked out perfectly where it was like we kind of knew the movie was going to come out. We kind of had, some whispers or whatever. But let's say we did 159, and if you in the movement, this crew named TPZ. So TPZ was kind of the crew who basically was some of the wolves in sheep's clothing, and nobody could say shit about TPZ because they were close to Zack. So it was like, fuck it. Just say it. So everybody said it. And then after that, the movement just changed drastically. But how it changed, it was like Sean O'Connell came on the show and did an announcement. The actual, yes, you guys are getting the movie. He did that on my show like a week after we shot up the club. And then after that, nobody could retaliate because it was like, oh, great, we got the movie. Fuck it. So that episode kind of changed everything.
Dang.
Well, we
That's
got,
deep.
That is deep. That is deep. We got Prime up in here, and Prime's going to drop those actual factuals, man. So
$26.
That's it. That's what I was going to say. $26. There it is. Oh my God! I get excited every time I see it. Prime, you know how to get me happy. Show me that $26.
I want to know how many times in this broadcast he's going to just kind of adjust it to the different stuff.
Like, see, this is $5 right here. That was $7. This was the rest.
Man, so what's going on with Army of the Dead, man? I know
they're done. Well, Army of the Dead is done filming, so the VFX that they was doing was already done. They already completed it. That's completely done. The reshoots was actually done. So basically, all it was that they didn't actually remove the actual gentleman. What they did was that they did a mirroring. They mirrored his image on film. So Zack, all Zack had to do was just take him off and just replace it with her image. So that's for visual effects. So he dies pretty quick. The reason why he got kicked off is because of something with child pornography. Pedophilia
stuff.
So now the only question was that when they brought the news out, last month. Now I'm thinking it's a theory because they got the visual effects and they got the reshoots and they got all that stuff done so quickly. Because when I talked about it, I thought it would actually be done about the movie probably wouldn't get out until sometime next year, but they're done. So, and they might still be on schedule to release it on Netflix this year. It might still be coming out this year. They got it done. I think this happened with this gentleman He's a comedian. But I think this happened. They knew about this stuff back early in the summertime. So they knew way earlier. So they knew ahead of time. So they got that done. They did the visual effects. They actually, like they said, they just mirrored him and took off everything. And then that was it pretty much. And that's what they did. So it's good to go. And that actual, the prequel, which is the animated movie, that is coming out. So
that has Manganiello, Christian Slater, and some lady.
Very descriptive.
I don't know the lady. Some lady.
The cast they show.
You're a perceptive one, aren't you?
That Army of the Dead gonna be nice.
Yeah, it is.
I can't wait for the animated. So, that's what I'm looking forward to. I can't wait. But the movie is what's going to set it up. I wonder how they're going to do it. But the actual anime is going to come out in 2021. Hopefully, this movie actually comes out this year. I think they're going to release it. It's probably going to be in December. It's probably going to be released in December.
It's not the only thing he's horrible at.
Wow. So it's a good show. We got 4 nerds and we got Mr. Wes Ashley over here. It's all good, man.
Got 2 black guys on the show today, bro.
Hey,
well,
black from the waist down.
Well, we had
I had to. I mean, come on. I had to. I had no choice.
Yeah.
You set it up like that.
I bet you I'm the first guy to ever do a podcast in a swimming pool.
Oh, in the swimming pool. Oh,
wow! You're in the swimming pool and you're wearing your hoodie
I'm wearing
too.
A hoodie.
That's crazy.
His phone drops.
Yeah. Oh, and that's all for Mr. Wes Ashley.
Well,
I think he fell in the deep end. So.
No,
he went too deep. You did there.
He went too deep.
He went deep. All right, gotta go deep.
What a way to go. On his tombstone, be like, Mr. Wes Ashley, he went too deep.
He went too deep. Don't ever go full deep. Don't ever.
I know who I am.
I'm the dude dressed in a dude disguised as another dude.
And he doesn't break character until they release the DVD.
Till the DVD commentary. That is my favorite comedy. Bar none.
Yeah, that shit is hilarious.
Man. That's my favorite
That shit
comedy,
is hilarious.
So,
that part
busting the bar and booty sweat.
Yeah, booty sweat. No, the part at the end when that little baby jumps on his neck when he's running out. Yeah. Oh my god!
I have a son. I must go back to him. Oh no! Oh my gosh, it's too funny. And like, oh look at this is special effects. Like looking at you, like look at it. And...
Shit is fucking crazy, dog. Simple Jack.
Yeah, Simple Jack. You make my eyes water.
Oh my god.
Goodness.
But yo, guys, I gotta run. So you can substitute one black guy for another black guy, and homeboy can take my spot. How about that?
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming on, man. Let everybody know who doesn't know where they can find you, and we will. I mean, we have your link in the description, but it's also great to have it audibly.
All right, perfect. Well, thanks a lot for the show, guys. Thanks for calling me on. I have fun with y'all, and let's see. You can find me at YouTube, Mr. Wes Ashley 843 at YouTube, or you can find me on Twitter, Mr. Wes Ashley, and that's about it. I'm on everything else, but pretty much all my content is gonna be on YouTube and Twitter.
Nice.
All right, and we'll have to join you for an episode of Go Deep again in the near future, my friend.
Yeah, man. I definitely want to go deep with you, man. Definitely, man. I love your shows. And that came out weird. So with that,
that came out weird. How do you think I was gonna go?
Great take,
Can't
Ryan.
leave on that note.
That's
We
right.
can't leave on that note because earlier,
So we have him for another 30 minutes.
earlier
That
when
was
you
all my
said
plan the whole time.
earlier when you guys were like, "Yo, what did you get soft on?" and I was like, "Whoa, when I want to get hard on things."
I have a whole
Ladies and gentlemen, the stream is off the fucking chain tonight. Let's go.
It's an adult stream. This is late night with the 4 nerds.
Hit the like
Late
button.
night with the four nerds.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Nobody even knows what the show is right now.
It doesn't matter.
It's on a different level.
Yeah.
Y'all are funny, but yeah, definitely. Thank you for letting me come on, and I want to set it up where we can all get on, go deep, and
Absolutely.
then we can talk about some shit on there. You know?
Absolutely.
Sounds
Yeah, we
good.
got you. Yeah, sounds good, man.
Definitely, man. Let us
Word.
know, and we'll come on.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ryan's done. He's just done for. Someone else got to take over. Anthony, you got this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 4 Nerds. All right, man. Take it easy, man.
All right, later, Mr.
Appreciate
West
you coming on.
Ashley. All right,
Great
see
to
you.
meet ya.
Billy.
Peace,
All
y'all.
right, man. Later. Oh shit! All right, Prime. What'd you step yourself into? So let's. I guess let's talk about what Anthony wanted to talk about earlier, which is the Spider-Man. Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. I didn't hear about that.
Oh man!
Yeah, he's allegedly coming back.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that. This ain't anything to do with Spider-Man. At this particular time and moment, I'm not even really into Spider-Man all like that. So at this time and moment,
No, I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of mad at Sony for replacing Peter Parker in the Spider-Man game with Tom Holland.
Yeah, I saw that. But you know the reason why they did that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because of the damn Snyder cut. I mean,
No.
it's because of Batfleck coming back, because of Keaton coming back, because Warner Brothers has these great ideas for bringing these other actors from different universes back. So
which one are you talking about? You talking about the PS4?
No,
Spider-Man,
Ryan.
Oh, y'all were talking about. I'm sorry. Welcome back.
I was
to
so
the
confused.
You're still too deep right now. You gotta come out of the deep end for a little while.
Ladies and gentlemen, I must apologize. Ryan is still too deep right now.
Because we were talking about the face swap of Spider-Man, and all of a sudden you're like, well, it's because of Snyder cut. I was like, how in the world does that correlate? I was so confused. Where the hell do you get off?
Yeah, that's the Snyder cut.
Oh man! So
blame it on the Snyder cut.
Miles Morales game, which is coming out on PS5, which probably. Why did you need a remastered version of the other one? I don't know.
They don't.
Came out 2 years ago, didn't it?
It's money.
Yeah, that's kind of that's kind of odd.
True.
I mean, is it free with the Miles Morales?
No, it's not free. It's not a free update.
Oh wow.
See, honestly, I thought it might have been like a free remastered version. I don't know. I don't know if I'm down with that. That kind of overshadows. Does it come out the same time as the Miles Morales? Or is it going to be?
I think it's going to be a separate thing, a remaster you can buy, but it's not going to be free. It's not going to be a free upgrade.
I'm asking, does it come out at the same time as?
I'm not sure.
Bad Dan in the comment says that he read it that it is free with the Miles Morales game.
Oh, here we go.
So I don't know if it's true.
Okay, well,
if it
that's
is free,
true.
then that's a different.
Well, if it's free, if it's free, whatever. But they didn't even change the voice actor from the previous Spider-Man from the previous version. So they kept the same voice actor, but they're using Tom Holland's likeness, which makes no sense.
That was Tom Holland?
Oh, it looks like him.
It didn't look like Tom Holland to me. It looked like somebody else. I don't know. It didn't look. I mean, with the way that they can make these video games nowadays, I would have thought that it would look better.
Well, I mean, it's not supposed to look exactly like him, but it definitely is supposed to resemble him.
It's supposed to resemble him.
It favors him. Yeah, it favors him. Yeah.
Sure.
It's basically saying our Spider-Man that we had before, like we don't care about that anymore. Tom Holland all the way. Everything's connected. Everything's in the same universe.
And they didn't change it to a whiny Spider-Man for that game.
But Mr.
Like,
Stark,
oh, Mr. Stark,
Mary Jane, why are you breaking up with me? I don't understand.
Oh wow,
that's Tobey Maguire. What? The Peter Tingle is real.
The Peter Tingle.
Oh,
still pisses me off. I still can't believe they did that. I was in the theater watching, and I was just like, did they really just call Spidey Sense, one of the coolest powers ever in comics, the Peter Tingle? Did they really just do that?
They had.
What did they call him? What did they call him in the movie? Didn't they call him Night Monkey?
Like,
throughout
what do
the
we call
entire
this
movie?
thing? Call it the Peter Tinkle. Like, oh, that works well. That scored really high.
Golly,
terrible. Yeah.
Percy Jackson. Yes.
But what do you expect from a franchise that spent more than half of a Spider-Man movie calling the main character Night Monkey? What do you expect? I mean, honestly, that tells you all you need to know about the mentality that's going on there.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Terrible.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
It's all about the Night Monkey. Woo woo.
Tonight's episode was a bit off the rails, and it's fire.
Yeah. No, I've definitely had a good time.
Ryan was drunk the entire time.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't drink
Don't drink Russian vodka prior to doing an episode of the Four Nerds.
Prime no.
Never.
He's driving, so I don't know if he's went through a bad area. He just kind of blipped off.
Yeah.
So if he comes back, we'll definitely bring him back.
Never pass up a good double entendre. The master of none.
Oh goodness gracious.
Let's see, Batman. Yeah, so Tom Holland is not very Spider-Man, or is not Spider-Man yet. Like Henry Cavill is developing into. Yeah, but it's just, I mean, the way that he whined was too much. I mean, I don't know. It was unpalatable for me.
He was an unpalatable, whiny nothing.
Bitch.
That's what he was.
Oh gosh.
Batman, stop it.
I know, right?
Stop.
Batman.
One thing we can tell by
such a great.
One thing we can tell about this show tonight is that Batman is definitely drinking again.
Yes, he is drinking. I can't find Man of Steel.
He's not rocking the Minute Maid like he was on Happy Chat Monday.
That was funny. Oh my god.
Let's see.
Gain control, Ryan.
Blah. Yes, I'm maintaining. Let's see. There's something about Marissa Tomei saying Spidey Tingle.
In the words of Sil Abdul, we're going to need you to decompress right now, Ryan, because we are doing a show.
Having a good time.
I am.
Tom Holland acted like an actual teenager? No. He tried too hard. He's a try hard. He tried too damn hard to pull it off, and it didn't pull off. It was not palatable.
Oh, it definitely didn't work. Definitely
I think
not.
actually Garfield was actually a better high school.
He was better, but he was too cool. He was way too
he was
a cool
reimagination of it.
The skateboard thing was a little, the skateboard thing kind of took me off.
I'm sorry, I was gonna say Peter Parker, but Tobey Maguire, who embodied Peter Parker, was a dork, and he sold it. I mean, he was older as well, but he sold it. He acted like a teenager. He thought like a teenager. I mean, he really acted. Tom Holland, which I don't mind him when he's Spider-Man so much, but whenever he whines or
which is all the time,
in or out of the costume, it's just it takes me out of him. Like, just can we get to Vulture? Can we get to whoever else? I'm done with him.
Yeah, I think when they had him a bit too attached to Tony Stark throughout that entire thing. So
that was the idea. The idea was to give
a mentor,
to have Tony Stark be the Uncle Ben.
Yeah, that was their
particular iteration. And not only that, they ended up, killing off Tony Stark. So there you go, same thing.
Yeah. That's
I mean that's the Spider-Man that we have now, and you have to kind of go with it. So, not much.
Well, no, you don't. I don't plan to watch another Marvel movie again, man. I'm
Bring
done
Andrew
with
Garfield back.
with the
Bring
MCU.
Andrew Garfield back.
Are they?
I said bring Andrew Garfield back.
I was.
I prefer that.
yeah, Ryan. Are they?
Yeah.
Ryan, how much
Ryan.
vodka have you had?
Too much.
He said it was.
Like I said before, they're bringing back Paul Giamatti as the Rhino. Didn't you listen?
Ugh, gross.
Oh man, that is.
I mean,
That was bad.
Never mind.
That was bad.
Never mind. He was best in Private Parts. Let's see. Haven't had a sip of alcohol. Well, then there's nothing we can do to blame or put the blame on these.
So then it was a bad can of Minute Maid. I'm sorry, bro.
Tom Holland's Spider-Man isn't Spider-Man. He's Iron Man's bitch. Yes.
No, he's not Spider-Man. He's not Iron. He's nothing. He's Night Monkey. That's what he is. Night Monkey.
Oh,
yeah.
Ryan go fill back.
Spank the Night Monkey. That's what he is. That's what they should call the next movie. Spider-Man Spank the Night Monkey. That'll be the next movie. And then we can all go deep and talk about that.
Oh man.
Oh,
let's see. What do we got?
Hashtag bring Garfield back.
I don't know. No.
Yes.
No.
Hey, I tell you what though.
Toby was the best Spider-Man.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yes,
to me, he was to me. But I will tell you this.
You said Tom Holland whines. Tobey Maguire whined. He had some of the worst
but it wasn't
ever.
like Tom Holland's whine.
Okay, so it was a different kind of wine.
It was more. There was some wine in there, but it wasn't.
Why would you leave me? I don't understand. I'm Spider-Man.
He didn't say that.
Oh my God! They should hire you to
What
be
movie
the
were you watching?
voice actor for the cartoon.
Spider-Man 3, part of Spider-Man 2.
I'll tell you what though. I will say this. Out of all three iterations, the chemistry between Spider-Man or Peter Parker and his female co-star was the best between Garfield and
yes, by far.
Okay.
Fire.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Because the girl that played Mary Jane in the first one, and then
Kirsten Dunst,
Kirsten Dunst, and then the girl from Step It Up, it was horrible.
Step It Up.
I mean, she's in Dune, but I don't care. I mean, she's my
Zendaya?
least. Yeah. Madonna. Or
here's the thing. Andrew Garfield never had a Spider-Man 3 dance montage moment. Never had it.
But he shot the basketball goal and he made the goal and he was just.
I forgot about that. It's
terrible. Yes, that was terrible. That was horrible.
It was displaying his ability. He was getting used to it. How?
Get out of here with that crap. You don't show up Flash like that. You show up Flash. The other way was awkward.
He was exploring his powers.
when he was fighting against Deathstroke, Joe Manganiello. That one was funny because he had the he got his little web stuck to the tray and that kind of like followed him out. Now that was funny. I dug it, but just Andrew Garfield was just too cool for school.
He was a modern Peter Parker.
He wasn't a nerd.
He was a Peter Parker.
Guys. I think we can all agree. I think we can all agree that they were both better than Tom Holland. Okay, they were both better than the Night Monkey. We gotta.
Don't you try to twist this, Ryan. I know.
I mean, Garfield was definitely better than the Night Monkey, and so was Toby. Well, they were both better than the Night Monkey. That guy is.
They're better. I'll give you this nod. They're better actors.
Let me see.
Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are better actors, and they were better actors when they were hired on.
So let me ask you this, Ryan. Let me ask you this. So you say that the smashing of the basketball hoop and the throwing football at the goalpost is unforgivable. But what the heck about Spider-Man 3? That dance montage is the worst thing ever seen by Spider-Man.
Yeah, but that movie didn't exist, just like the sequel trilogy. So therefore, we only have Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2 that we can go.
You can't pull that. You can still put Spider-Man in that movie. It's still atrocious. Now,
I can agree with the whole dancing thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
terrible.
that was the
Awful.
worst part of the movie.
Not dig on this.
That was the worst part of the whole trilogy. There was nothing as bad.
I mean, have you ever seen the videos that people have made where they took out the audio of the music in those montages and you just like,
Yes, and they add the sound effects.
yeah, and he's just dancing in front of people like, what the hell is going on?
That was funny. And we wouldn't have that if we didn't have that movie.
It was so awful, so bad. Like for me, that's far worse than anything Andrew Garfield. Far worse.
So was it the studio that didn't want the prosthetic Green Goblin in the first one?
And they developed it. They had they took a live cast of Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
They had these big eye sockets or whatever with lenses. They had everything. They did test shots of it, but they for some reason didn't like it. I don't know why, because I liked it. You can find it on YouTube actually.
Yeah, it's
and it was really good. And then they just went with the mask, and he's just like, oh, ha, ha, here I am, Spider-Man.
I'm constantly growling.
I'm Willem Dafoe. I should have been the Joker.
His performance was good, but his costume wasn't.
Oh
good.
yeah, no, Willem Dafoe was fire.
Yeah. He's
If the Bee
fantastic.
Gees,
He's a magnificent actor.
yeah, and he said if the Bee Gees would play while he struts down the side. What the-
Wait, what was that? The bad Dan just said? I'm pretty sure it was bogus, but
Guys, it was just now Tom Holland's stepping down as Spider-Man. The third movie is put on hold for now.
Nah, I don't believe that.
I call BS.
There's too much money in that.
Geekosity hasn't come out with that yet, so it's not real.
Yeah, well, we gotta wait. We gotta wait for the Geekosity article. Totally.
And Andrew Garfield actually made his own web shooters.
Yeah,
I liked both. I liked the organic with Toby, which wasn't comic book accurate. But I also did like that Andrew Garfield made his own web shooters. It wasn't. They both worked.
The scenes where he made like stuff and like went out in the shed and did like scientific stuff. I love
Tony
those scenes.
Stark making all this other shit for this version of Peter Parker is like subpar. It's like, oh, you suck.
Yeah, it takes away from a lot of Spider-Man.
It takes away from a lot. Yeah, he has no ingenuity.
Yeah,
like if Tony Stark had given him his like a lab, and like here you go,
or maybe had given him like the fabric to make a suit.
Here's my access, here's my material.
Right.
You can do X, Y, and Z in the laboratory, and that's kind of what you see in Civil War or whatever. Before the whole scene at the end, there's no surprise, or maybe they do like a montage later on where you kind of find out that that's what he did. Mm-hmm. That would have been better than than the way they handled it.
Can we admit?
It smells like a new car in here.
This is how I feel. Can we admit that the Amazing Spider-Man movies had the best Spidey suits?
I do like that suit.
I didn't like the Spidey suit.
I did.
It was too.
I don't know which one. Which one?
The Andrew Garfield one from the first one with the small gold lenses, and then he had the different colored. It didn't look right. Hit the outfit. Let me pull up an image. And I can illustrate.
I like from the second. Cool. The second one was fire. I like when
the second one. Hey, it's the same thing. It was too cool.
What?
I don't think it was too cool.
No,
what
everything about Andrew
what
Garfield.
I love about
the second movie had the big eyes. I was like, yes.
They definitely fixed it. They definitely fixed that issue. But let me see if I can find.
I liked about.
How did this show become about Spider-Man? I just want to know.
No idea.
Electro.
Hey, wait a minute, because we had to listen to Doctor Who. And smile and be like,
I had to message you guys privately. I was like, hey, what's going on?
You're good, Zod.
So we're here too.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So shut up, Zod. Let's talk.
It's a bad day. Lurker.
Gosh dang it.
So shut up, Zod, dude.
Go to your corner.
Go to your corner. Who are you trying to be? Sil Abdul?
Come on, Ryan. What's the?
I'm getting a picture. I'm getting 2 pictures. Hold on.
Oh, okay. You gonna compare side by side?
Something like that.
He doesn't know how to use his computer.
This is actually a brand new computer, so yeah, I'm testing out this bad boy.
Flashy.
Wow.
I just got to 9K, guys. I'm banking.
Speaking of new stuff, I'm getting new lights on Sunday. I'm actually getting those lights with like the color filters. What?
She approved this?
It was a really good deal, actually. Like a really good deal.
Ask for forgiveness.
No, I already asked her. I asked her.
You did ask?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you asked her and she said yes. So now you don't have to ask for forgiveness.
El Cappy says, "I'll be right back. I'm going to take a Peter Tingle."
Oh gosh.
See the Peter Tingle thing. I mean, that should bother every single Spider-Man fan.
Yes, 100%. It really should, because it's just again, it's insulting. Because that you had,
I did like Sandman in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah,
I can agree. He was a great actor from Wings, and I forget his name, but I'm not good with names anyway. But
yeah,
but he did a really good job as Sandman. Yeah. I thought that they should have isolated it to him, and not had Venom. You know, I thought the way that they brought Venom in, it was an interesting idea. The guy from that 70s show had
terribly
the same
casted.
Terribly casted. It was an interesting take in that, you know, it was sort of like
Thomas Hayden Church. That's
my spider sense is tingling.
Yes, that's it.
If you know what I'm talking about.
Oh God, no, no. That's just bad writing.
That was awful.
They could have had better writing.
But my thing is, like, with the whole Peter Tingle thing, we went from, in my opinion, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 had the best interpretation of Spidey sense that I had ever seen on film, and we went from that to them calling it the Peter Tingle.
Okay, so here's your thing.
I thought
his name? Dane DeHaan?
That was creative.
So stupid.
I thought it was creative. I thought it was a cool different take.
Oh,
the hair,
God.
yes, I can go without the hair.
I could barf.
But
yes,
the concept,
hair is horrible. The costume was horrible.
The concept was very interesting.
I
did not
better.
like the hair. But
I liked his glider better than I liked James Franco's surfboard.
Yeah.
I thought that was stupid. But here you go. So, like, I didn't like just the difference.
Wait a minute, Ryan. You got to pick a more flattering picture than that, dude. You can't even see the suit.
Looks awesome. That still looks awesome.
You can't even see the suit, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, the spider on the front.
You
was,
do know how Google
muted.
works, right?
Yeah. And the hands kind of, they were blue and red all over instead of just. I was like, just go red. You don't have to be blue and red and all that. Just give us the.
Again, this is a Spider-Man like week 1. Again, this is like his first.
Oh my God, it's such an awesome costume. At least, I mean, and that's kind of what I have an issue with all of the Spider-Man, is that their costumes didn't go through like an evolution. Mm-hmm. There was no evolution. It was just I have, you know, this ski mask thing, and now I've got this awesome costume that you've never seen before, and it's totally cool, and I don't have any skill in fucking sewing and shit, but look at me, I'm fucking amazing.
Wait, hold up. Literally all 3 went through some sort of evolution.
They only had the fucking the mask and their little bullshit costume first time. They didn't go through an evolution. It was just that costume jumping to amazing costume.
Which is still somewhat of a evolution.
Not really.
You know who didn't?
It's progression.
I hate to say it.
Only one progression.
Stark.
Come on, you got to have at least a couple.
No, I got you on that one.
Andrew Garfield did. He went from the ski mask and hoodie, and then he went to the suit you see Amazing Spider-Man 1, and then he progressed to Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No, in one movie. You cannot talk, because, I mean, every fucking Batman has a different damn costume in every freaking movie. I mean, they do that for every damn character. Captain America went through so many damn iterations of his costume because they kept changing the damn thing. Make it look more realistic. Make it look more comic booky. Make it look more realistic. Make it look more comic booky. I mean, that argument doesn't hold water. That's a straw man argument.
It shows a passage of time.
The passage of time between movie 1 to movie 2, I'm not complaining about. What I'm complaining about is in the first movie, There's not an evolution of the costume. He doesn't continue to upgrade as he goes. He only has the one costume that he starts out with, and then he has his final costume that you see him.
The problem with that is that most of these movies only have about 2 hours to tell this story.
Come on, that is such there's
not enough time.
Right there.
It's not a weak argument.
There's not enough time. You could make a montage of like him trying different suits out. Have you seen Ghostbusters? Have you seen Ghostbusters 2 as they go through and they show you different things that they've been doing to show progression? Have you seen not Man of Steel? Have you seen BVS, the Ultimate Edition, where you see Superman going through and doing different things and showing you different different situations that he helped individuals, saved different people or whatever? They can do different things. Just because you believe that they can't do that doesn't mean that they can't do that.
The thing is, if you would do that, oh man, so if you do that montage, it's hard to tell a story in that short.
Look at Black Manta. That was one thing. He made his first helmet, blew it up, and then he was already in his second helmet. Or already in his, he made perfection. So after one, it's already done.
So you're saying you want half an hour. So basically, you're saying you want half an hour of your movie to involve an evolution of a suit, when that half an hour could be dedicated to a story that's well thought out.
What I want, Dawson. Of course, you're correct. I want to see Spider-Man sitting down, at a sewing machine for 30 minutes, and I want to see him sort of going.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying like a montage.
No, that's a 30-minute montage. Really, is that what you're trying to get at?
Well, like.
Do you really understand how much story you could tell within 1 minute of footage, 1 or 2 minutes of footage? I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot to go through. I wouldn't even say it doesn't need to be that much. It could be 30 seconds.
My main point, and with all due respect, I think the complaint about not having an evolution of a suit in a movie with Spider-Man is a petty argument. It's petty. It's really petty because it's about the story of Spider-Man. Like,
but see, that's your interpretation of that. That's because your value isn't there. That's your value. I can't change what you value and what you don't. Just like you can't change what I value and what I don't value. So what I'm saying is, in a better world or a different world, they could show you that here's the progression of the costume. Like, okay, he goes out, he something malfunctions on a patrol or a first meeting with the antagonist, and then he goes back and fixes something or makes something better, enhances it, and then hell, they did the same damn thing in your favorite movie, Batman Forever. They also did it in your most favorite movie, Batman and Robin. When Batman has a costume, he goes back and he gets another costume because of the situation or whatever. But I mean, at least there are multiple outfits.
That those are two of some of the most unsuccessful superhero movies of all time. They're referencing there, right?
You're judging this off of monetary value.
He said Val Kilmer made his sonar suit.
I'm saying not monetary, but just success in general. Like, people, I like Batman Forever, and some people out there like Batman Forever. But let's be honest, it wasn't a success.
It doesn't have to be a success to prove a point. It doesn't have to be a success. No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it's completely ancillary. It completely holds no water. Okay, so because a movie did fantastic, it's because of the costume. I'm sorry.
No.
Moving on. That's not a good argument, Dawson.
No, what you're saying.
That's not a good argument. No, you're saying you shouldn't have had a montage because it didn't make any money.
Let me speak. Thank you. What you're saying is that these two movies that you brought up, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, right? Well, your main argument here is what would have done it for me and made it better is if they had a montage of showing different suits. But they did that in Batman and Robin and Batman Forever, so they can do that. But you said the quality of the film would be increased with that. But those films kind of suck. Batman and Robin's
okay. Case in point, in that same movie, Batman Forever, they do the same thing with Robin. He goes and he gets his suit. It's his acrobatic suit, but he goes and he dresses up like an idiot. He goes out there and he saves Batman. Then he comes out and he's just got this awesome suit, like just ready to go. Of course, Alfred made it, and he's already got connections with making Batman's suit or having Batman's suit made. So there's a little bit different with not Tom Holland, with Peter Parker. He doesn't have experience, so his first suit is just like, I'm putting shit together. The first suit that he tries to make should look like shit. It should look like, okay, it's stitched, or it doesn't look, factory made. It should go through some sort of progression, or it should have some sort of shortcoming that, again, he comes back and he's like, this didn't work. Let me modify this, fix this. And then you see him again, with a perfected suit or a fixed
in a comic book,
in the last battle.
In a comic book, I'd agree with you. In a comic book, you have time to do that, but I don't think you have time in a movie to do all of that.
But
now,
see,
it doesn't take a ton of time, right? But I just
but that doesn't mean just because
it's not an emphasis.
It would be horrible if you were an executive at like, Marvel, DC, and whatever's like, I'd like to do this. I'm sorry, you don't have time to do that, sir.
No, I'm not saying that with everything. I'm just saying with that specific thing. I just don't feel like it'd be important enough to emphasize that in a movie.
But see, again, that's your value. You don't put value on that, therefore it's dismissed. So,
because the story is valuable, the character is valuable, and if you want to establish a good character and a good story, that's more important than
we got our disagreeing right here, and I gotta play it.
See, we don't know who he disagrees with.
Fire.
All right, are y'all done talking about Spidey's costumes?
I'm actually done with the conversation because it's kind of circular. Yeah, so, would you agree? It's gone circular.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's move on from the stupidity.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't agree with the shape of the cup that he wears in his suit to protect his. But hey,
how could you not agree with this cup? How could you not look? The cup is holding what's most precious to Spider-Man.
The giglets.
The giglets. the Spidey tingles.
Yeah.
Or Peter tingles. What was that?
Oh no, the Spidey tiglets, man.
Ugh. Gross. Well, with that, we are approaching the 2-hour mark. And Zod, do you have any closing remarks for us today?
No, just that it was great to have Mr. West Ashley on our show today. It was wonderful to see him. I completely checked out during your Spider-Man argument, so it's all good. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next podcast that we do together.
Yeah. All right, Anthony, let's close it out with you.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to Mr. West Ashley for coming on the show. Had a great time. He was in the pool. I'm like, yo, first guest we've ever had on that's been in the pool. Like, but yeah, man, great show. Yeah, I didn't really check out during the argument. Like, you guys,
we were never friends. We were never friends.
Fire.
You guys thoroughly entertained me for the past 15 minutes. About the.
We went deep.
Yeah.
Not really.
Shouts out to Prime too for coming on the show, man. Prime, I don't know what happened to him, but he was on here and he just disappeared, man. But
he did. Yeah. He was like, man, screw this. I ain't talking about Spider-Man.
Shouts out to the chat, man. If I didn't get to read all your comments,
Wait.
Yeah.
I think we could all agree on that. All right, man. So Dawson, closing thoughts.
Wow, I get to go. Okay, cool. No, this was fun.
No.
I was actually kind of suspecting that just a little bit.
This isn't the Nicotina show.
You can't say that.
Yeah.
That was so funny, dude.
I got him so good. That was awesome.
Oh man. But yeah, Mr. West Ashley, it was great to have you on the show. It was great to have Prime on the show as well. It was a great conversation. It was definitely a little different from our normal shows, but it was a good kind of different. I really enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah.
And I always find it funny when Ryan and I are at odds and talking about things and seeing where we stand and our perspective and stuff. It's always fun because at the end of the day, we all know that it's just our opinion and it's nothing personal. So it's cool.
Yeah, we don't really care about this that much. It's fun to talk about. It's fun to kind of, get your thoughts out there, and have some banter. So that's fun. So
some witty banter.
Witty banter. Oh, good Lord.
You can't.
I just thought of the Enola Holmes thing, and I was like, oh gosh, that's another one we should have. We should talk about that one. That's a fun one that we can get into. Well,
my goodness.
I appreciate everybody in the chat who's dropped a line, said what's up, put a like in the comment section, check to make sure that you're still subscribed and have subscribed, and then and helped out Dawson to get to 9K. And we're all gonna pitch in and see what we can do to get him to 10. So with that, we'll see you next week at 7:30, and we'll have somebody else. I don't know whose channel we're gonna be on, but we'll definitely put it out
somewhere.
There. We'll be somewhere at 7:30 Eastern with someone else.